Hello everyone and welcome to this FPL Gameweek 31 press conference live stream with me, Holly Shand. It feels like we've got a lot to discuss today, particularly around our Manchester United assets. If you're like me and you own Rashford and Shaw, you're probably wondering what to do at the moment, and the information keeps changing as the week goes on. But as always, I'll have my team reveal. I'll be sharing updates from all of the press conferences that are happening today, and I'll be answering your questions. So do pop over to the chat, say hello, drop your questions in there as well, because I'm interested to see what dilemmas you face for this week. In terms of my team reveal, I don't know how settled I am. I haven't made any transfers yet. Earlier in the week, I was leaning towards selling Rashford to bring in Grealish, but I've shelved those plans now because Erik Ten Hag in his post-match comments yesterday after the Sevilla game said that he had a chance of returning for the second leg, which is next Thursday, which would then put him available for the FA Cup semi-final in game week 32, which is a week that I'm going to free hit. And then obviously put him in contention definitely for Spurs away in 33. And then remember, United have two more doubles in 34 and probably 37. So with the chances looking high for Rashford to be back and fit enough to play both games in 34, and with another double game week, and the fact that I'm free hitting in 32, it doesn't feel wise to sell him now. So I'm going to hold him, bench him for this week. I was hoping for some more updates from Ten Hag's press conference today, but he basically didn't give a lot away at all. There may be some embargoed quotes to come later, but no one from the questions that I watched actually said, when's Rashford back? But he did mention on the question with Martial that they've got a lot of risks that they don't want to take at the moment because they've not got many options in the front line with Rashford and Garnacho injured. So I think that definitely rules him out of the Forest game. But we could get some embargoed quotes through at like 10:30 or later tonight to say when Rashford's going to be back. So certainly if you're without a free hit and selling Rashford is a possibility for you this week because you're not planning to free hit in 32, then if you can wait until you've had those comments tonight, then that's certainly going to help. Now, there were comments on Shaw as well. Let me just find those just so that you've got the context for all this. He basically said that Shaw has got a chance of being back. I don't know if you can see this on your screens. Luke Shaw and Scott McTominay could be fit for Sunday. So I think given that Manchester United, even with the injuries, have got a really good clean sheet potential against Forest, I'm going to that game as well, by the way. I am going to start Shaw and bench Shaw and Mings. So I'll be lining up with a back three of Trippier, Henry and Shaw. But I have got Shaw to come in off my bench if needed. I am in a situation, though, where I can afford to make a luxury transfer this week, given that I'm free hitting in 32. Because even if you've got two free transfers going into a free hit, you only get one free transfer out of the free hit. So, I could still go for Grealish. I could do Saka to Grealish, for example. I really like the Saka to Martinelli move, though, because Martinelli just seems like the Arsenal asset to own at the moment in terms of the form. And, going forward, I think Martinelli's probably the one I want to own anyway. So that's kind of where my head's at on transfers at the moment. But, let me know in the chat as well what moves you think I should make this week, because I've got to make a transfer. I could get another City player in, but I don't know how sold I am on being overexposed on City in the short term because of the Arsenal game in 33. That's where I'm at, though. So let me know if you think there's a glaringly obvious transfer that I should make in my squad that's going to set me up well for the long term. We have to bear in mind the fixtures and those teams that double in 34. Brighton I'm already tripled up on. Fulham we're not interested in. It's kind of Liverpool and City would it be better to do Saka to Grealish? But it does feel really scary dropping Saka to get Grealish and not having any Arsenal players. I'm not sure whether that's the right move. I mean, I guess I could make a defensive move to bring in a City player. That's my other option, but I've not got many funds in the bank. That's my issue. I've got 0.2 in the bank. This website's just logged me off. It's not done this for a while, to be fair, but it seems to be whenever I'm streaming that it falls out with me. Nightmare. And does anyone else find that the home screen of the FPL website as well just like randomly refreshes all the time? So I could potentially bring in a City defender, but I don't want to lose Trippier or Shaw. And then it's like, well, I can't really afford anyone. I can't get to Ederson. I'm a bit stumped. But I think having funds out of Saka by going to Grealish or Martinelli would work. So give me a bit of help in the chat. Let's see. I'll start a poll. What luxury transfer would you make this week? Saka to Martinelli, Saka to Grealish, something else. I guess the other option is that I burn the transfer. But if you have got a suggestion of what other move I should make, let me know in the chat, because I've been so kind of tunnel vision on Rashford replacements that now I'm keeping him. I'm a bit not lost in what to do, but a little bit confused as what the best move might be. Right, talking about the chat, let's jump over to the chat because I need to come say hello to you guys. So there's 110 of you in already, which is amazing. If you are in, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I think I've just hit 17,500, which is crazy. But yeah, I would really like to hit 20k by the end of the season. It's probably not going to happen, but a girl can try. As a lot of you were in early, so thank you to Jojo, who said, love your work, thanks for putting in the effort to the FPL community. Gazman is in, good to see you, as is Danish, Wei Ying, Steve, Stephen, Gary, Nelson, Frankie, Ali, Kevin, Yared, Light Ray, Sam, Mike. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. And again, I can see if some of you are very international, so thank you for choosing to join me in a not so sunny Grimsby at the moment. But it's good to see so many of you in. Gazman said, no free hit left. One Brighton or Maddison to Martinelli, and then Rashford and Haaland to Salah and Solanke next week. Wildcard in 33. Hope that's not too long. Yeah, I think that could work. I think Martinelli is a good pick, and Salah, to be fair. But obviously, it's getting those transfers really to line up when you want to go with them. Danish says, already did Rashford to Grealish. Should I take a hit for Chilwell to Ake? Yeah, Chilwell is a bit of a weird one. Like, it's hard to know what's going to happen with Chilwell now. Obviously, he's suspended for the Champions League second leg, so that could mean either he'll start in the league or Cucurella will get minutes. I was expecting Chilwell to be a great pick under Lampard, and from the first two games, it's not looking that great. Chilwell to Ake, yeah, I think that could probably pay off. Wei Ying is in Singapore. Thanks for joining me, mate. Steve said not playing free hit 32. So is it better to take a hit this week rather than next week, as most play the free hit. I don't think that many people will play free hit. So I wouldn't take the hit this week if you don't need to. You know, you're not really wanting to drop, you know, Brighton players, United players, City players. Gary says, nearly the weekend. Hope everyone has a fantastic one. I love that. 40% in my poll already saying something else. You can see my team is on the screen. So if you've got a suggestion, let me know what I should do. Playing with my head, this is. My head is a bit fried today, if I'm honest. Need to engage my brain, really. Nelson says, are there any Palace players that could be options to own long term? It's difficult because we've not seen that much from them under Roy Hodgson yet. But Elise, probably the pick of the midfielders right now. Ali says, sold Rashford already, read Ten Hag's post-match comments after the transfer. Yeah, tough one. But I guess if you're not free hitting in 32, then you'd probably still sell Rashford anyway. Yared says, Grealish in. I sense that Pep will drop him. Yeah, it could happen at some point. I really like Grealish as a pick this week. I think I'm still going to do Saka to Martinelli. Because I think the funds... The funds could get me to Salah, you see. Maybe. How much is Salah? 12.8. It's not going to get me to Salah easily, is it? But where there's a will, there's a way. I don't know. I feel like I need to make a move, though. Burning is just not fun at all. Just Dad Stuff says, interesting to see your transfer. I mean, if I could turn Henry to Trent, I'd do it every day of the week. Or, to be fair, if I could turn him into Ake, but I can't afford either of those. Keep a transfer. Well, there's a suggestion that Kepa could lose his place. But I've got Steele anyway. Who else am I going to get? Oh, it's difficult, isn't it? Maybe I need to wait till tomorrow to be absolutely sure. I've got the tweet deck open, by the way, guys. I didn't actually say at the top, did I, what press conference we're waiting for today. So we've already had Ten Hag's, as I've mentioned. We should be hearing from Leeds at 1 o'clock, and then at 1:30, there's 8 press conferences: Arsenal, Brighton, Chelsea, Palace, City, Forest, Southampton and Spurs. And then at 2 o'clock we should hear from David Moyes, and at 2:15 from Unai Emery. So that's what we're waiting for. I think that we've got Leeds quotes coming through now. Klopp has revealed that Alisson is a fitness concern ahead of the trip to Leeds. Where did that one come from? Tell you what, I've just not got a good feeling about this game week. Oh dear. Right, back to your questions there, guys. If I can find the right tab, that is. Sam says, already done Grealish for Rashford, didn't want to miss the rise on Rashford or the price fall. The price rise on Grealish or the price fall on Rashford. Mike said, just join late. What's the news for sure? Could be available for Sunday, but we don't know. Sam has still got his wild card to bring Rashford back in. I love that. The only chip I've got left is the free hit for next week. Ben has asked, is Elise a good option as a differential? Yeah, potentially. I mean, he's got utility in that he doesn't blank in 32. But I don't think there's anything else in terms of doubles. I don't know where that Alisson news has come from. There's only one account that's... Because Klopp's press conference was earlier. Definitely says that though. Klopp's presser was at 9:45. Sounds a bit suspect. I don't know if that's true. Who knows? Yeah, I've got 0.2 million in the bank, so there's a limit to what I can do. Chelsea double again, as do Brighton. Yeah, I'm 0.1 off Raya. Sam says Grealish could be benched and Mahrez could be played. I think Grealish will start. He's only been benched once since the restart, but still, it's like the options aren't that great. Sam says Arsenal players for the next 2 game weeks are a must. Yeah, I mean, I can get as many as I like for 32 because I'm on free hit. I would really like Martinelli this week, though. It's like I've got the option to do a 1 week punt now and I don't know what to do. There's no point me rolling the transfer, I can burn it. If you roll it, you lose it. That's why I want to make a move. Gary says, if I play Shaw but he doesn't play, will the first player in the bench become active or is it the first in the same position? If you're playing 3 at the back, Gary, then it will be the next defender. So, yeah. Yeah, the people are saying that Alisson's flagged. I think I must have just missed that. He's been flagged today. Giraffe says, will you be doing a live stream tomorrow? Unfortunately not, because I'm on Sky Sports News in the UK at 10:30. So I'm travelling down to London later for that. So yeah, no deadline stream tomorrow. Normal service resumes next week. I think I may probably going to miss one more before the end of the season as well. Essentially, I want to be bringing you deadline streams in August for the new season, but I felt like I needed to hone my skills a little bit more first because it's a very different vibe to the press conference stream. So these are kind of practice runs for me. But, you know, the support on them has been phenomenal. So thank you to everyone that's joined me in those. And thanks to everyone that's liked the stream today. We're up to 50 likes. We're halfway to 100. So keep hitting that like button, guys. Mike says, had the same confusion, determined not to be template and considered all options, ended up going back to Rashford to Grealish. Yeah, that's fine. Sponge said, I'd recommend holding the transfer this week. But I've got the free hit. This is why I'm using this transfer, because I've got the free hit for next week. If I don't use the transfer, I lose it. Andrew says, if I can't afford Kane, would Jesus be a good shout? Yeah, it's an option. Arsenal's fixtures aren't easy. So we've got that to bear in mind. And the midfielders for Arsenal just look far better picks than Jesus. And if you, with the fixture run, you probably only want one. So that's why I'd say maybe avoid Jesus for now. FPL Jelly holding Rashford, bringing in Haaland and also adding March to set me up for free hit 32. Yeah. Jamie said that I like your streams, but TV appearances are better, yeah. I can't be in 2 places at once, else I'd be here as well. I don't think I could stream and be on live TV. I don't think Sky would be too pleased with that. But yeah, I'm very privileged to have the opportunity to do that anyway. Damien is going Chilwell to Trent. That is a nice move. Gabriel says, is Grealish becoming essential? Think till he's dropped. Cameron says, good luck, love from South Africa. Thank you for joining. Caleb has asked on Chilwell. I mean, it's such a difficult call. I still think he could come good under Lampard, but there's just a lot of factors in play. The fixtures aren't really that great for Chelsea either. Mr. Damey says your transfer is either Mings out or Henry out. They've both done all right for me, though. I guess it's what they're doing going forward. Right, if I can afford a defender up to 4.7 million, let's have a look. Right, let's have a look at on the My Team tool on Hub. Should give me some recommended transfers that can help me out. If you're not a Hub member, by the way, hit the link that I've just added in the chat and that'll give you a 30% off your membership. Recommended save transfer. If I add in my chip strategy though, then is it gonna give me a transfer? Here we go. Let's see what it's got for me. Shaw to Ake. The algorithm doesn't know that Shaw's got a chance this week though. And United have another double, don't they? City. Right, let's... yeah, I guess I could do that. If we look at points predictions, look at defenders. Let's look at defenders up to... because I guess I could lose Shaw, couldn't I, if I wanted to. That'd give me up to 5.3 million. If we look just this week, Ake is number 1. Some Spurs defenders in there. And then Everton, not loving that. And then I'm going to filter this for game week 33 to the end of the season. Ake is number 1. Kanate is in there. Could I get Kanate? I just don't know if I can do that. I can't. That would mean losing Shaw, which I don't think I want to do. Then it's Brighton. Well, I'm already tripled up on Brighton. And Shaw's in there anyway. And that's with him having potential to miss the Forest game. And Martinez is now injured. It's not that there isn't loads of options, is there? There really isn't. I don't know really know what I'm gaining going from Shaw to Ake though. Because Ake's a rotation risk. At least Shaw we know plays every week. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave my defence. I feel like it's not that attractive. Making a defensive move anyway. It's a bit of a head scratcher this week. Oh dear. Right, let's jump over to the tweet deck, see if anything's going on. Not a lot really. We have got a lot of press conferences coming up at past though. I think we're okay for now. Richard has asked, Andreas and Salah in for Fernandes and Rashford for a hit. I'm guessing you've not got a free hit for 32. I'm not sure how much I love Andreas. I think Mitrovic is a big loss. I know he takes pens. He's got the double coming up. I'm just not sold on that move. I think you'll want Rashford come 34 again. That's the difficulty. And probably Fernandes. Cameron says, would you sell Barnes or Rashford if they have the option? I think Barnes and Maddison are sells ahead of Rashford. Caleb says Mings out. Let me see on... Let's check out the My Team tool again. If I ask it to sell Mings... I just don't like the defensive move. That's the thing. FPL Jelly says it's Henry or Kepa out. I guess going really conservative, I could take Kepa out, but who am I going to get? Who would you get for Kepa out? Because I can't get to Raya. I've got 4.8 spend on the keeper. Leno. It's not that attractive, is it? Pickford. Neto. I don't think I'm interested. I really don't. I could go down to Iverson and save myself like 0.8. Could get me to Salah, couldn't it? It's not attractive though. Yeah, Luke Shaw, we don't know whether he's fit or not, but he could be. Could be back. Sponge says Eze, slightly better stats than Elise. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the algorithm says for that one. Elise is top of all Palace players on the algorithm for the run-in. Can't see Eze, actually. Down there, look. The algorithm seems to think he's a minutes risk. And that's the thing that's holding him back. Dylan says, would you play free hitting 32, wildcard 33, bench boost 34? Yep, I think that's solid. Chloe says, is Saka to Martinelli a sideways move? It is, but... It is sideways, but I do think that it's going to save me funds, and it's a luxury move anyway. I don't know what move to make this week, so why not? Is where I'm at with it. But then, as Ryan says, if you free hit this week, you probably don't need Arsenal players again till 36. Ryan says, should I get Martinelli and Rashford and Matoma for Elise? Because I'm free hitting in double 34. Yeah, that sounds okay. I could get Gaeta. Do I want him though? Is he injured at the moment? Oh, Sam, thank you so much for the membership. Much appreciate that. This guy's... He's out till 29. Yeah. So, yeah, he's not an option for me. Thank you, Sam, for joining at that budget pick tier. Much appreciated. I think got a few members that are joining the streams regularly now as well, which is really nice to see. And it all helps to keep the channel going as well. Let me know if you've got any more questions, Sam, and I'll jump to them. Stephen said Kepa to Edison. I think that's a move if you've got the funds, because it does sound like Kepa could be dropped soon. Right, I am going to jump over to the tweet deck now, but I will keep answering your questions while we're waiting for stuff to come through. I'll keep it open. I've extended it now. It's probably going to play havoc with how it looks on your screen. Sorry if everything goes wrong. Pete says get rid of Shaw because United defence is threadbare. Could go Shaw to Ake. Saliba unavailable, but Nketiah is back for Arsenal. Foden is back in training, but not back for Leicester. Mike says it's not worth ripping up your squad to get Salah back for 34 for 2 games. Yeah, I agree. Might just have a look, actually, for 34, who the big captain picks are going to be. I mean, you've got Haaland as well with the double. So with it not being a captain thing, I think you can kind of get away with it. Mr. Damie, can you do a Kepa to Raya? No, 0.1 off. Alif says Maddison to Grealish. I'm holding on to Rashford. Yeah, it's a good move, that one. Ashab, 2017th in the world. It's amazing. Well done. You're doing a lot better than me this season. Bringing in Mara is going to be a banger. I hope he is for you. I feel like this is not refreshing. Here we go. Salisu injured for Southampton. Klein out for Palace. Edouard and Richards are fit. Shikar. Free hit 33. Trent out. Kane for Isaac. Or someone else to get Salah for 34. Yeah, I don't think dropping Kane to get Salah for that double is really right. K-Man says Rashford to Elise. I think dropping Rashford depends on if you've got the free hit for 32 or not. I think if you're on free hit on 32, you can afford to just bench Rashford this week and hopefully he's back for 33. Just going to give this a refresh again. FPL Jelly says go Kepa to Iverson to get funds out. I could do. See, Chelsea play at 3 o'clock tomorrow, so it is conceivable that we could get some news to say that Kepa's been dropped before the deadline. I think if it's going to happen, we'll kind of know. It's interesting. We're currently at 76 likes on the stream, guys. Let's get it to 100. Help me out. The downside for selling Rashford is that you're going to want him back soon. That's why it makes it now harder to sell when you know that it would be a big surprise now, kind of with the news that we've got, that unless he was to have another setback, it'd be a surprise if he wasn't available for the double in 34. Twisted Parky, do you mean Burn transfer or Dan Burn? Burn a transfer. Femi says, I've got Saka, Grealish and Rashford. What do you think of Rashford to Martinelli? Or Rashford to Gakpo as a differential? I think Rashford to Martinelli's fine, but you'll want Rashford back for 34. K-Man, playing 3 at the back, Botman, Trippier, and a Brentford, me or Henry. I think with that one, I'd go Henry. Jojo says, do not sell Saka. Even for Martinelli? Shikar says better striker for Kane if you have Haaland and Watkins already. You can't drop Kane. That's wild. What's the problem with Kane? Aryan is doing Maddison to Salah this week. I like that. I do like that one. Alexis is going Maddison to Salah as well. Henok says Kepa to Edison. If that's for me, I can't afford it, but I appreciate it's a good move. Ivan Sam says 1 week punt on Spurs defenders. I mean, I could do. It's just not that appealing, is it? I mean, yeah, it's great for this week. 33 they play United, then 34 in the double they've got Liverpool. It's like I'm going to want rid of them again. I'd rather bring in someone like Martinelli, who I would rather own Saka than Martinelli for the end of the season. Malassi is just going to share minutes with Shaw, but I wouldn't be surprised with this Martinez injury if Shaw starts playing centre-back again and Malassi plays left-back. Just Dad Stuff says, if you had the cash, would you do Chilwell to Trent for a hit? I think I could be tempted with that move. Especially if you've not got a free hit. Stephen says Shaw will play left centre-back alongside Varane. Yeah, I think that'll happen. It's not a bad thing, though. He's done well in that position this season. Mike's telling me that Ake plays the piano. Is that significant for his FPL performances? Zoran says, any news on Ben Rama? I think we're hoping to hear from Moyes at 1:45, 2 o'clock, something like that. Cape says, loving the content recently. My transfers were Maddison and Chilwell out for Ake and Salah. Nice moves, those ones. Twisted Sparky, wish I'd brought in Sabitzer, not Grealish. He won't get a brace every week. Stephen says we don't know who will play in goal for Leicester under Smith. Yeah, I agree with that. So Pep's been asked about the narrative of Grealish playing against a Dean Smith's Leicester, which is going to be an interesting one. We've also got Mahrez playing against his old club as well. Ivan Sam says it's a tough call between Saka and Martinelli. Pens makes Saka better, although he isn't as exciting as Martinelli. Yeah, I just feel like I need the money at the moment. Elise was a big minutes risk under Vieira. He might not be under Roy. Yeah, that's true. Sam says Alisson or De Gea. Well, De Gea, there's a lot of injuries for United. Alisson is injured and a doubt. So who knows? Ashik says Rashford to Grealish or Shaw to Ake. I think it depends if you've got the free hit or not. If you've got the free hit, I would just keep Rashford. Caleb says Nketiah may not get minutes. Yeah, I don't think he will, to be fair. I think Jesus is going to be the consistent starter. Could see some sub-performances from Nketiah. Yeah, there's a point here that I've not got too many funds tied up in Rashford. Just don't really want to spend the extra 4 points on getting him out and back in again. Jojo says she's got 2 top 10k finishes. Same as me. Nick says I'm on free hit 32, bench boost 34. Already have Grealish, considering Maddison or Rashford to Mahrez or Zinchenko to Trent or Robbo. I think I like the Zinchenko to Trent move. Vijay says great channel, Holly. Thank you. If you are new around here, don't forget to hit that like button as well and subscribe to the channel. We're on 93 likes now on the stream. We just need to get it to 100. We're not far off. So if you're on the fence, get off it. Subscribe. Khalid says Rashford to Mahrez, Shaw to Trent. I think both of those moves work, but aren't necessary in some ways if they're going to be back very soon. I mean, Rashford could be back this week. Daniel says, why is Saka a transfer out? He isn't really. It's just I prefer Martinelli at the moment. Even though Saka's got pens, and I like having the funds because I think it could give me some flexibility in the running. I know Arsenal have got tough fixtures, but I think it's still wise to own one of their midfielders. Musa says, liking KDB. Yeah, he's coming back into form. He's expensive though. And, you know, Salah's a really attractive FPL option at the moment, which makes it harder to get KDB in as well. Light Race says, likes the Mahrez punt. Yeah. Was he arrested in the Champions League? Ivan Sam says, are there any brave souls going against Haaland captain this week? Let me put a quick captain poll up then. I mean, I do like Kane this week. So Haaland's got Leicester at home. Kane's got Bournemouth at home. Let's put other. Shall I put Salah? He leads away. And then other. I think the fact that Rashford's going to, Haaland's going to be so highly backed makes it really difficult to go against him. But it is a big differential going with Kane. But then you need like Haaland to get 2 and Kane to get a hat-trick, or Haaland to just get 1 and Kane get a hat-trick for it to really pay off. Raphael, Maddison to Grealish, Tony to Haaland, solid moves. Daniel, anyone else punting on Rashford to Elise? Yeah, there will be people. I think more people are keeping Rashford now though. Liam says start Watkins or McAllister. I think you have to. I mean, McAllister is on penalties, and I never like benching a player on pens, but, you know, Watkins on form, and at home, I think you've got to back him. Gavin says 2 free transfers, thinking of Tony and Bruno to Haaland and Martinelli. Sounds good. My captain this week is Haaland. I know that much. This is my team at the moment. I am going to make a transfer, but I don't know what. Oh, dear. I think I need to sleep on it. Gwulmi saying me to Ake to be settled for the run-in. I wish I could do that. My team value is appalling. It's 102.1. Shockingly bad. I don't even know if you guys can see that, because I did alter the width at some point now. I think that's fine. Chloe says, if Shaw starts, I'll be putting him in my starting 11. If he doesn't start, it's Stupian or Zinchenko. In a Zinchenko for this week, I'd say. I guess the risk with starting Shaw is that if he was to miss the game but come on as a sub, he could get just a 1-pointer. JJ says, if you really want to downgrade Saka to Martinelli, it would free up funds to do Kepa to Edison. Worth a hit. You can't take a hit for a goalkeeper. Goes against all my principles. Linus says Mings or Trippier to start this week. Got to be Trippier. Don't care if you own Watkins. Just imagine it to be a 1-1 with a Watkins goal and a Trippier assist. Oscar, who to start between Maddison or Solanke? I think I'd go Maddison. Caleb, any thoughts on Tony? I think he's still an okay pick, to be fair. He was a lot of people's cash cows to get back to Haaland last week. He's going to get suspended one way or another soon. Adrash says, why do you have a poll of Saka to Martinelli? Is Saka not playing? Yeah, he is playing. I'm just making a luxury move. Denver says, keep Maddison or transfer out for one of Grealish, Mahrez or Fernandes. Yeah, any of those. I prefer Grealish though. Caleb says, Captain Kane. If I was much of a risk taker, I'm sure I'd put a triple captain on him. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh, Ivan, Sam, thank you so much. You're now gifting memberships. You're the very first person to gift a membership on the channel, so I appreciate that a lot. And the lucky recipient is Akshat, who's always in the stream. So I'm sure Akshat will be really appreciative of that as well. So do hit him up in the chat, Akshat, and just show your appreciation there. Thank you so much. Zoran says start Benrahma or a Stupian. Probably, I don't know, maybe Benrahma to be fair. Mike says, are you a Wolves fan like me? Last season I was doing lots of freelance work for Wolves, doing FPL videos on YouTube on their channel. So I said I'd join their league this year. Try and stay impartial because I feel like I make better FPL decisions. But I am going to see Forest against United on Sunday afternoon. My in-laws are Forest fans. I am a little bit of a United supporter as well. Ivan Sam says, happy to support the stream. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Really, I do appreciate that. 200 of you in at the moment as well, which is phenomenal. My team is still on the screen. I am going to make a transfer, but I don't know what yet. And we've hit 100 likes as well, which is brilliant. JV says, I have a feeling that Liverpool is going to turn their form. Diaz is fit again as well. Yeah, I can see it happening as well. I currently own no Liverpool players, but I can't get to Salah or Trent easily, which doesn't help me. Gamer says Shaw to Botman. I mean, I could do, really, couldn't I? That is an option. That is so boring as a move. It's going to free up 0.8 though. But I could do it another week, couldn't I? But if there's any week to play a boring transfer, it could be this week. Jad says, thinking of using free hit in 34 over 32. More points in that week. Yeah, probably. For me, because I've got... How many players have I got? 7? 8. I've got 8, including my keeper that blank. So I'm a bit stuck. Jojo says, Edison clean sheet and assist now you've said that. Yeah, no, I'm not taking a hit for a keeper this week. Pack says, Kane to go. He was lucky to score last week. He's having the best season ever. It's a tough week. It really is. Acarpio says, instead of going Rashford to Grealish, go Kepa to Edison. Yeah, that works. Jad saying Saka to Salah. I think I would do that. Mahmood will need to bench one from March, Matoma, Watkins, Martinelli, Odegaard and Grealish. I think March. Gulami, I can't go Henry to Ake. I can't. I've already got triple Brighton. Peter, which one to sell first, Kepa or Chilwell? Depends if you've got a good subkeeper. Mogsy, transfer out Rashford or Saka for Grealish. If I transfer out Saka in 34, if Rashford is fit, can replace Grealish. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one either. PSB, best midfield punt for 31 and 33 under 8.5 million. I mean, would you take a punt on Gakpo? I don't think he's going to start though. I think you've got to go. I still like Grealish. If you're on a free hit, I think Grealish is fine. The algorithm likes Gakpo, but that obviously is not taken into effect the double for the blank for City. Right, I think I'm going to wrap things up there then, guys. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined me today. My team, I still don't know what I'm going to do, but I will let you know. I'll post my team on Twitter at some point. You'll be able to see it on Sky Sports News as well. But yeah, that's how I'm set up. Haaland captain, Kane vice captain, 1 free transfer still to use. Not decided yet how to use it. It's going to be an interesting one though. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. No deadline stream tomorrow because I'm on Sky Sports, but I will be back with the deadline streams again next week. So thank you very much, especially to Ivan for the memberships as well. Really appreciate that. Good luck for FPL Gameweek 31.